David,
Yeah.
I can't hear you, I don't think.
On Zoom or on... Let's see if I'm muted. I'm not muted. All right. We're a minute early, and the people are already there. I love that. I wonder what comment moderation is. That's when people don't get too bent out of shape. Comments are coming. Hello from Texas. All right, it's 7:30. We can start playing music. This is what I've always wanted, to play music. I'm going to play a song about living in Asheville, North Carolina. And most of all, a couple days ago, I went for a lovely bike ride on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And the best time to ride the Blue Ridge Parkway is in the spring when they're doing the maintenance on it. They close stretches of it. And when you have the whole parkway to yourself, it's just bliss. And this is about camping out at 6,000 feet on the parkway and realizing that when there's no cars, you're in the bear's living room. Spring break had a warm spell, warm enough for camping. So we bicycled the high road when the gates were down. The parkway was closed off, there were branches on the pavement. And without the noise of engines, there were wilder sounds. It might have been a mountain lion, it might have been a bear. When we woke up in the darkness, there was terror in the air. The veil was only nylon, and we knew that it could tear. We didn't know what we were scared of, but we knew it was right there. The tent was no protection, and we were being studied. We both woke up afraid. Here we live or die. Something was deciding, the spirit of the mountain. And if we passed that judgment, we would not know why. It might have been a mountain lion, it might have been a bear. When we woke up in the darkness, there was terror in the air. The veil was only nylon, and we knew that it could tear. We didn't know what we were scared of, but we knew it was right there. The night went by so slow, till the sunlight showed the road. The pavement was a miracle. Our bicycles could glide down from the adrenaline of being terrified. From the higher elevation and the rarefied, down to civilization from the wilder side. It might have been a mountain lion, it might have been a bear. When we woke up in the darkness, there was terror in the air. The veil was only nylon, and we knew that it could tear. We didn't know what we were scared of, but we knew it was right there. We didn't know what we were scared of, but we knew that we were scared. Scott, I am so grateful to be talking to you. We could probably high five if we had practiced beforehand. But I am grateful for your music, and I've been inspired, and not just by your music, but just by your personality and your. So welcome, and I'm so grateful to be trading songs with you.
Thank you, brother. I'm so grateful to be doing this.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh man.
What's
That when I got your CD order, I was like, "What? David Wilcox?"
That was really kind of you to email me too. That was fun.
Well, yeah, I'm a fan. So it's great to make your acquaintance, and
Thanks.
yeah, and dreamy to swap songs. I love that song. That's great.
Thanks.
I love the veil. It's like,
Yeah.
it's sort of the tent, but it means other things.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really, it's expansive. That chorus kind of widens as it goes
Yeah.
on.
Well said. Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
Have you done a lot of riding on the Blue Ridge?
I have. Well, that's how I got to Asheville. My friend Art and I
Yeah.
were riding the whole length of the Blue Ridge Parkway and found Warren Wilson College. We
Wow.
both went there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. I've only driven that road. I would
Yeah.
love to ride it sometime.
Yeah.
That song put me in mind of this song, which actually, when we were sound checking the other day, I think I played the first verse of it. It's an older one about going places you haven't been and stuff like that, which is kind of, yeah, my eyes are drifting toward the horizon a little bit lately, where Pamela and I have started actually, daydreaming about adventures and stuff.
Yeah.
And some cycling, as a matter of fact. We'll
Yeah.
see how much we get to do, but yeah, if they let us out to BC, we're gonna go out there and do some riding around.
Yeah. One of my favorite bike rides was the Icefields Parkway.
Oh yeah,
Banff
yeah,
to Jasper and all that.
yeah. I've only ridden a bit of it. I've kind of ridden the top end of it.
Yeah.
So not the biggest hills, but yeah, that's a amazing stretch of road.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I want to find a new song and shake these city blues. Set out at the break of day with a pair of sturdy shoes. A pair of sturdy shoes. A bedroll and a knife. Set out at the break of day to look for my life. I don't feel at home there or believe what they're talking. Even when I walk alone, I'm glad to be walking. I'm glad to be walking and proud of you, my company. Even when I walk alone, I take you all with me. Around the bend a ways, sun is shining on the road, and I can slow down this fevered pace, and I can lay down this load. Nothing's as sure or scary as thinking makes it so. All of 44 years old, and what do I know? What do I know? Only what I've felt. All of 44 years old, I played what I was dealt. Around the bend a ways, sun is shining on the road, and I can slow down this fever pace, and I can lay down this thank my unknown maker, try to take her slow. Heart yearning by going, learning where I have to go, where I have to go, and when to stay in place. Heart yearning by going, learning, stumbling into grace. Around the bend a ways, sun is shining on the road, and I can slow down this fever pace, and I can lay down this load. I can slow down this fever pace, and I can lay down this load.
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful.
Thank you, David.
I love that feeling of, you check one more time. We got everything? Yeah, I think we got everything. And then it's like closing the door, and now you're outside. And it's like you say to life, you got me? Because I'm in your arms. Oh, it's so fun. I love that. Do you have a favorite stretch of road? Is there a place that...
I would say my favorite roads in general are in Taiwan.
Wow.
I used to live over there for 6 years. I lived there, and I've been back probably 7 or 8 times maybe since I left. And whenever I do, it's like my motorbike vacation. I just borrow a bike from somebody or rent one and ride around the island. And I mean, those roads are amazing. Real windy roads through the mountains. It's such a beautiful island. And up in the mountains, there's little shrines along the road and little villages, and it's really incredible. Taroko Gorge is a famous scenic spot there, and the beginning of it is like staggeringly beautiful, big kind of marble gorge, but it's almost too much for you.
Yeah.
Just the beauty of it, and plus there's tunnels through it and tour buses and stuff like that. So when you get up past that, and the top of the gorge there is just incredible. You can kind of get up on it feels like you're on the spine of Taiwan. You can see down the mountain range. Yeah. And there's a little town up there called Lishan, another one called Da Yulin, and they really look like you're in another country or another time. It's pretty incredible. They're farming fruit up there in the mountains, and that's probably my favorite stretch of road, really.
That is
How about you?
In terms of sustaining my soul, I think it is the Blue Ridge Parkway. But in terms of doing what roads do best, which is taking us out of our element, I would say it's I-10, that part going through the swamps. There are stretches of road that are mostly bridges going over all that that land that just looks so wild to me. And
this is when you're like going across Mississippi and Louisiana there,
right
like,
at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been on that.
That's so interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I want to play this one because I think this is kind of a this was kind of from the experience of being a street musician, and it kind of rubbed off on me in a curious way. After I'd been a street musician for a while, I noticed that I would feel uncomfortable if I was in a public place like a hotel lobby or something. I would just kind of have this lingering suspicion like I wasn't welcome. And it was strange how the subliminal sort of judgment of the passerbys somehow permeated my skin. And I didn't even know it had happened. But this song is kind of a pushback against that. This song is me trying to say there is a dignity in what I was trying to do. There was a guy who went by one day when I was playing on the street, and he yelled at me. He yelled, "Why don't you work?" And I didn't have the presence of mind to say, "Yes, and why don't you sing?" I missed my cue. I should have said that. But this kind of is a song that starts with the judgment of the sort of ambient culture, as if we're the ne'er-do-wells who sort of ought to be stowed down in the dungeon underneath the castle. But before long, the song starts saying, wait a minute, those people are looking down in the dungeon with a kind of a jealous eye, like those people who we push away, they're having more fun than us. Under the castle in the land of Snore, down in the dungeon where the weird are stored, all the different and the outcast sneak back home after laughing in the bright lights all night long. I'm lucky to be down with the cast aside, safe from the madness of the world we hide, with everybody free to come and go, under the radar of the status quo. Down here, we always have each other down here, and it's how we know down here that we're sister and brother down here in the land below. Down here, we see you looking in down here with your longing stare down here. We got a feeling of belonging down here because we're not up there down here. Because we're not up there. So you wanna get close to the wild and strange. You wanna stand at the edge of the river of change. You got a hungry soul but a cautious mind, so you can't quite leave your world behind. So you come for a visit, but you lose your nerve. Out at the edges of the bell-shaped curve. But I saw your soul when you dropped your fear and came walking in the world of the wild down here. Down here, we always have each other down here, and it's how we know down here that we're sister and brother down here. In the land below, down here, we see you looking in down here with your longing stare down here. We got a feeling of belonging down here because we're not up there down here. Because we're not up there.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Beautiful.
Thanks.
Out on the edges of the bell-shaped curve.
You can tell that was my favorite line. I paused before it.
That's a big. It's an enduring source of joy, really. I think when you write songs and you get to sing them over and over again, and for people, especially out in the real world,
Yeah.
And I think, oh yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll play the one that reminded me of.
Nice.
Song about being down and out. I'll just make sure I'm in tune here. Oh, how's it go now? Rain on concrete, worn out and beat, tired of hearing people talk. We're all rushing by in a hurry to die when music spills out down the clock. And I dream I am somewhere people know what I mean, where the rain falls gray, but the wind blows green. And I know it ain't true, but what's a poor boy to do? Broke and so far from home. The winners and losers, hustlers and users, jostle and make deals and shout. And the all-night cafes and the storefront displays promise what this town can put out. She's had her way with so many men, leaves them on the sidewalk when their money's all spent, with nothing but time and an old cardboard sign that says broke and so far from home. It's in the blue TV light that shines every night for people with no time to cook. It's in the billy clubs and gas, the way we walk past each other and don't even look. The way we eat when we're not hungry, drink when we're not dry, need religion when we're hard up, and dollars when we die. And the whole sad mess is just like me, I guess, broke and so far from home. When it all comes crashing, only compassion might save you, but it's a tenuous thing to empty yourself, to see anyone else like a bell must be empty to ring. Whatever you've done and wherever you've been, you're never so free as when you go all in. And you hear yourself singing, empty and ringing, broke and so far from home.
Wow. There is such magic in the way a song can speak truth. When you say, like a bell has to be empty to ring, there is something so magical about the way a song delivers that right to my heart, and I welcome it, and I am so grateful for music. It's really, man. Oh.
Me too. It keeps unfolding, hey, doesn't it?
Yeah.
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 I don't think I'll ever get bored of it.
There's this song that I think somehow I'm a fifth off. So if I'm singing I need to be singing. That's so fun. This is a new song, obviously, that is wonderfully mysterious to me. Even though I wrote it, it still is unfolding in really fun ways. I'll just try it down here and see what happens. It's so fun when you only have just a fragment of like a muscle memory of the left hand, and just like, where is the song? It's got to be somewhere in here. Maybe it's way up there. Okay. Can't be that low. This is good. You're right here in my home. Maybe I should let it sit for a song and come back to it. I answer to a name that's not my own. Yeah, I'm not singing the right melody. Okay, I'll come back to it. I'll play this instead.
I appreciate that kind of daring anyway.
This is a song about falling in love, but it's actually about skydiving. When I saw the leaves riding on the morning wind, easy, slow circles as they fall, I could feel the blue sky call. I just did a search, found a little ground school near an airfield that isn't far to drive. We could take a blue sky dive. Fear finally time I face these heights here. I hope this diamond fits you right. Riding in the plane, waiting with our jumpsuits on, wind blasting through the open door. Love has made my heart want more. See the world from way up here, free, soaring through the atmosphere. And when the winter comes and the sky is cold and gray, we'll keep the endless summer blue, and I will be in love with you.
Oh. Wow. Beautiful. Did you have any real world experience on skydiving?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it was fascinating. I was really surprised. Yeah.
Do tell. I've never jumped out of a plane.
Well, I landed in the field and I was, gathering up my chute, and the instructor came by to say, "That was good." And I sort of laughed like she was being sarcastic. And I said, "Yeah, right." And she said, "No, that was really good." I said, "I was upside down." She said, "No, you weren't." And then I started figuring it out. And when you jump out of the plane correctly, you're at a 45-degree angle. And because you've just stepped into the wind, you're accelerating this way. You're slowing down from the speed of the plane. And you're also accelerating this way from gravity. And the resultant puts your eustachian tubes as if you're on your head.
Oh. Oh, wow.
So it feels like you're completely upside down and you're doing everything right. It's interesting.
Wow. Huh. Gosh. How long were you up there?
Like hours and hours and like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lifetime of memory.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess I'll play it's sort of a love song. I'm in love.
Yeah.
And I live in a house now
Yeah.
with my sweetheart, and everything is pretty great about life. And I walk the dog by the river most days, and some of those days I started to find a verse out there. You know? For all the crooked roads behind me, the steady feeling going home reminds me of the way she takes me as she finds me. I'm lucky today. For all the gifts I took for granted, reached for more and wound up empty-handed. So far astray, somehow I landed. I'm lucky today. And for the crushing weight of sorrow that broke my grip on everything I borrowed. Now come what may, I might lose it tomorrow. I'm lucky today. All the news I'm hearing's tragic, but I'm straining for the signal through the static, like a needle in the hay, 'cause I remember the old magic. I'm lucky today. For all my ancestors have given me, even as their stories fade from memory and their bones decay. Look where they delivered me. I'm lucky today. Lucky for all the tears I cried and the times I should have died. For all the turns that brought me round to this one. All the time stumbling blind, searching for a sign. I'll just say love must be the answer if there is one. Looking up at the stars of my birth sign and the fingernail moon lit up with earth shine through a golden haze, like seeing it for the first time. I'm lucky today. And for all the fools I've been, for every prize I loved but couldn't win, every dream in disarray, I'm beginning again. I'm lucky today. And the river sounds like laughter, like coming soon, becoming ever afters, flowing away. Don't go no faster. I'm lucky today.
Oh, that's good from my heart. Wow, what a great song.
Thanks.
Wow.
Thanks, David. It's a new one.
Ah, wow. It's so thoroughly written, and it's just such a beautiful feeling and such a daring kind of statement to make in the midst of all this, you know? And wow, it's really cool.
It's been my overwhelming feeling through the midst of all this, you know? It's just to see how much worse it could be, how awful so many people have it, you know, how many crazy, unlivable situations people are stuck in, and to be like, to have a house and food, and I feel lucky.
Yeah. I should do this one after that one. So this is a song trying to do that, what you just did. This is a song that's reaching for that sense of the dignity of a life lived in the midst of all that needs to change, but somehow not being defeated by the cynicism, still being able to shine. And lightning cracks the darkness. For a moment I can see it's just a spark to start with, but I follow where it leads. I can't spend my whole life hiding where no soul could ever thrive. I can't live with just surviving. My heart wants to feel alive. Life is change. Change looks frightening. Watch that wind, I've been warned. But I live to feel this lightning in this perfect storm, here in this perfect storm. I see that twisting cloud that's turning where the earth and the heavens meet. I feel the voltage of that yearning for the circuit to complete. I will feel no resistance to the current that will strike. Put my life across the distance where this longing turns to light. Life is change. Change looks frightening. Watch that wind, I've been warned. But I live to feel this lightning in this perfect storm, here in this perfect storm. It washes me down to my soul when a storm of these tears pours. It carries me into the flow. That's what it's here for. Life is change. Change looks frightening. Watch that wind, I've been warned. But I live to feel this lightning in this perfect storm, here in this perfect storm.
That's fun.
That is, it's another that sort of we get to decide in the midst of whatever's happening to us. We still get to decide our attitude, you know.
So many cool lines in that one. Wow.
I got a little
and two capos. I see too.
Yeah, I got a little carried away with my electricity metaphors.
Oh yeah, but it's satisfying.
Trying to use
like
all
when
those
resistance
words.
comes
Yes,
up,
yes.
and like, it's satisfying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know a Josh Ritter song called? Oh, I think it's called "The Temptation of Adam," but it's like it's a love story set in a missile silo.
Wow.
That he really uses every possible half-life, and he uses all the possible like metaphors and it's a really beautiful song actually, but also as a sort of as a songwritery exercise. It's like, wow, you really did it. You really mined that uranium as deep as you could.
Yeah, that's so fun. Wow. I was once in a song that had a really strict rhyme scheme, and it had a refrain, so it had to come back to the same vowel. And after I played the song, a songwriter in the group said, "Yep, you used them all." Every word that rhymes with that, you had it in the song. It was great.
I personally find that the strict rhyme schemes really help me because I'm daunted by a blank canvas. I'm well just said. Like the open page is like, well, if I could say anything, well, what, but if I can narrow down my options with a form, even if it's arbitrary, it's like, okay, well, now I got something to wiggle inside of, Yeah.
I love that moment where you think of the rhyme, and the rhyme leads you to the truth, and it's like, wow, this song must have existed before.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah, the rhyme drives the story sometimes. If it's fiction, it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'll play a two capo song.
Excellent. And let me just say that from that last song, when you're playing guitar softly, it's a perfect blend, and when you play guitar louder, you gotta pull the guitar back.
Guitar gets a little loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Compared to the voice. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good to know.
Oh, I have a little message on my Facebook thing that says, I would love to hear some collaborative songwriting between both of these musicians.
I'd love to engage in some collaborative
The gauntlet has been thrown. That'd be great. Yeah.
Going through old boxes, getting rid of things, feels kinda like a party you died. Found an old journal where I'd written my dreams, and suddenly I don't know why I'm crying. And I'm wondering if I'm anything like that bright-eyed boy had in mind, and what to keep and what to leave behind. Everything just blows by in the open air, forever young, living for the chase. But life sat me down for a long, hard stare at what had me running in the first place. And the parts of me I refused to see, for fear of just what I might find, of what to keep and what to leave behind. I dreamed I built a raft across a river, and it took me over to the other shore. But then I got scared to leave it there, in case I had a need for it once more. So I dragged it on across the burning desert, where the wind-blown sand made me blind. And as I fell to my knees, I still couldn't see what to keep and what to leave behind. Everywhere they're taking down old statues, calling out the shadows of our past. The men we call heroes, the vice we call virtue, the ways that served us once but just can't last. And it can break a heart to tear apart what's been so long and closely intertwined, like what to keep and what to leave behind. Going through old boxes, getting rid of things.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous. Wow.
Thanks.
I so love the turning of the page. That third verse, as soon as you started in on statues, it was like, oh yeah, the song just got big. That was really beautiful. God.
Thanks, David.
Oh, man. This is about leaving everything behind. We make the way by walking.
Yeah.
We make the way by walking. We make the way by walking. We ran from the home we know. Down the stairs, running scared to face the great unknown. We left the front door open, no key for a souvenir. Where to go when all we know is home will not be here. The path remains unclear. We make the way by walking. We make the way by walking. This song might have the right tempo for you to sing along, even though it will be delayed. If you just sing on the beat, it might just be a nice little sort of refrain. And even if the timing is a little bit wonderful, it could be interesting. Let's try it. We make the way by walking. We make the way by walking. Do it again. We make the way by walking. We make the way by walking. It does work. It's really interesting. We left the well-worn circle. We left the city lights. Came up here where the air is clear and the stars are bright at night. Maybe there's a distant valley. Maybe it's a ways away. But we're all here on the new frontier because we knew we could not stay. We knew we could not stay. Sing. We make by walking. We make the way by walking. I climbed a little bit higher, some things you cannot unsee. I walked a little bit further, and the walking set me free. By then you were walking with me, and you asked if I knew the way. It made me laugh when I said our path might be a road someday, might be a road someday. We make the way by walking. We make the way by walking. We make the way by walking. Our steps are the votes we cast. The crazy few that have seen this view may not be the last. The way that a pilgrim travels is to set off for parts unknown. But if history's kind, we're the ones who may find the way. We all come home. We make the way by walking. 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 That was great.
That's the kind of daring I was talking about. I appreciate your sense of daring, Mr. Wilcox.
Oh, it's fun.
Well, what to play? Maybe I'll try one on the banjo.
Yeah.
It might be loud. I'll try and point it over here, maybe.
I'll give you the usual sort of sound man cues like strum, strum up or strum, strum down. Meaning
Okay,
back
okay,
up.
yeah. Also a song about letting go. We're all done sweeping up, and the chairs are stacked for going, while there's drink left in our cups. Here's to when they were overflowing, and all the good times gone, and the urge to tarry on. But I'm hungry for the starlight out beyond the neon glow, and that's how I'm learning to let go. Good friends, haven't we had some times? And I've wished that they could linger. Oh, but don't they feel sublime as they run through your fingers like the last golden dregs of day, or a love you can't make stay, and no amount of wanting will ever make it so. That's how I'm learning to let go. All the sights that filled my eyes, all the wild lands I want, sweetest things I tried. All the sweet time I squandered, all the loves, the closest ones, and the should-haves and the might-have-dones will be scattered like our money, like our good friends laid low. That's how I'm learning to let go. I've seen my big ideas come and go, seen my father in the mirror, and I'm fading into everyone I know, while the young ones coming clearer. May their hearts be wide and true. May they find comrades like you, and the good seeds that we planted, may they live to see them grow. That's how I'm learning to let go. I've heard about a land beyond the sky, where the righteous go in the end. But I don't know how I'd rest there by and by, without all my wicked friends, and the land calls to me. Someday she'll take all of me and feed me to the flowers that lie dreaming neath the snow. That's how I'm learning to let go.
That is so deeply true. My goodness, what a great song! Oh,
Thanks, brother.
wow. What vintage is that one? Is that an old or a new song?
That's off the record before this one.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll mail you that. I got a record
so
called
good.
Further Down the Line.
Yeah.
It's only like 132 page book, so it's practically a pamphlet compared to this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll mail you a copy of that.
Wow. What a gorgeous song. Oh. Wow. Oh, man. Letting go. Secret of a happy marriage. Maybe you should write this down. Wanna keep our love together? The best way is to end it now. 'Cause when you both know it's over, suddenly the truth comes out. You can talk about your secret passion. You can talk about your restless doubt. When there's no pretending, the truth is safe to say. Start with the ending, get it out of the way. Now there's no defending, no one has to win. Start with the ending is the best way to begin. To begin. Start with the ending. decided you were missing something that you need. The ways you were too short-sighted get easier for you to see. And after all the expectations shatter on the kitchen floor, you just see another human suffering, and you wonder what the war was for. When there's no pretending, the truth is safe to say. Start with the ending, get it out of the way. Now there's no defending, no one has to win. Start with the ending is the best way to begin. To begin, the best way to start with the ending. Happy anniversary, darling. We go back a long, long time. I think about our lives together. I'm so grateful you are here in mine. I know you'll keep on changing. You're moving in this dance with me. I love the way we embrace the future and keep the past a memory. So there's no defending that the old ways could remain. We start with the ending. Things will never be the same. But now there's no pretending. No one has to win. Start with the ending. It's the best way to. No defending. The truth is safe to say. Start with the ending, get it out of the way. Now there's no defending, no one has to win. Start with the ending, it's the best way to begin. To begin, to begin, to begin.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, I love that song. I've never heard that before.
Oh, good.
It's brilliant.
Thanks. Yeah.
It's a hit.
Well, it definitely hit me in the right place at the right time. I was, at first it was a song that was going to be just kind of a clever little funny sort of quirky thing. Because it actually did occur to me, to start a conversation, like that, with that kind of strange honesty, like, let's pretend that we've already been in a relationship, we've already broken up, And that was a nice way to begin. That was good.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, and I love the beginning of the song with it. Just you might want to write this down. That's so good. That's so good. It can also be good songwriting advice. Hey, do you often start with the ending?
I will write my way to clarity, thinking that I'm writing the song, and then once I get the clarity, I'll say, well, this is what it's about. Let's write it to this.
And then work back from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Cool. How long have you been married?
30-something years, I think. Let me
Amazing.
think. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's pretty lovely. And there's ways in which I am just waking up to the bliss of that kind of trust and that kind of sort of like I guess when I started thinking I was in love, like in my 20s, I thought this person makes me feel really good. And truth be told, I think the whole sentence was, this person makes me feel really good about me. And now it's more like we are kind of like tending each other's souls, It's so much more. Yeah, I don't even have the words for it. But yeah.
Wow.
It's really
beautiful. Well, maybe I'll play a love song.
Yeah.
I wrote this one for Pamela when we were starting out, and I was getting on the road again, as I always used to do. And those days, for about 13 years, I was like 10 months out of the year on the road, and consequently pretty incapable of sustaining a serious relationship. But
Back up that guitar about 3 inches. There you go.
this is a low-budget love song. There's no car chasing, no moon falling from the sky, or mountains crumbling to the sea. I just wanna be around you. I'll try to say it plain, and if you don't believe me, I'll spell it out again. I know it's intricate step work. We don't wanna rush this measured cadence and the distance between us, but I got a steady feeling like I never knew. I'm thanking life for second chances and glory for you. You know so many songs, if singing makes them true, well, play me one where the lovers make it through. When the miles stretch out between us like a hazy memory, when it's storming on the highway and it's getting hard to see, leave a light on in your heart for me. And if I'm running my mouth, won't you put me in my place? Sit my fool self down and look me in the face. You know I'm not the quickest learner, but I'm figuring it out. Waiting for those pretty words to tumble from your mouth. You see, you got so many stories, plenty that I know. Tell me one where you don't have to go. When the miles stretch out between us like a hazy memory, when it's storming on the highway and it's getting hard to see, leave a light on in your heart for me. After all that time wondering what could be and could have been, since I landed in your company, the world feels new again. I'm just grateful for the sunlight at just that time of year, and whatever unseen forces conspire to bring us here. So go after your dreams, every place you dare, just dream us one where I can meet you there. When the miles stretch out between us like a hazy memory, when it's storming on the highway and it's getting hard to see, leave a light on in your heart for me. Leave a light on in your heart for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Thanks.
Wow. We're at the usual time. We're at an hour and 15 minutes. And
Wow.
That's a
It has
spectacular
flown.
song. We should leave it there. I don't have anything that could make a better ending than that. And so tell people about your tip jar so that if they're on my Facebook page, they can get to your tip jar. And what's that info?
Sure. Yeah. ScottCook.net is my website. ScottCook.net/store
Nice.
is where folks can order things. That's my new one, Tangle of Souls.
It's so
It's
good.
a book. It's a book with a CD in the back or vinyl if people want that. I can mail that out.
So good.
And yeah, there's a few other records there, and there's a tip jar there. There's just a picture of a guitar case, and that's where you can throw the money in. Can you tell folks if they're on my Facebook page where they can find you?
I think it is Ko-Fi. It is www.ko-fi.com/David Wilcox. Ko-Fi is a tip jar that you just kind of hit the button and it sort of buys the equivalent of a cup of coffee. So that's why they call it Ko-Fi. And
Oh, wow.
yeah. So
Cool. And also you're on davidwilcox.com, I guess?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Scott. It's really an honor to hear you. And you have this way of really flinging your soul out there through this medium that is powerful. It's really, it changes my whole world. It's really powerful and beautiful. And it's not just the songs and your awesome voice. There's this thing that you do with your soul. It's just this, a real transmission, you know what I mean? It's good stuff. So I am grateful.
Thanks, brother.
I can't wait.
Who knew we could squeeze soul down the internet?
Exactly. Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's
thank
good.
you, brother. This has been a real pleasure. And let's do that. Let's collaborate. Let's put our heads together.
Write that song, and who knows? Maybe we'll like play some gigs together and all that. That would be lovely.
I'd love that.
The thing that I love about playing gigs with people who have lots of songs like you is that sometimes when you're trading songs with people, they will do that thing where they kind of get intimidated. And so I sometimes feel like, oh, come on, don't do that. Because now it's the standard cliche where you pass somebody a guitar and they say, well, I've got to follow that. But, if you're playing with somebody who has lots of songs, it's like playing with a tennis player who's really good. You just like slam it right over the net and it's coming back. The next song is just as good and just as accurate and just as on point. And I loved how you followed the tone of the emotion, and I loved how you said, well, that song puts me in mind of. That was great. So it's a real joy. And it fuels my love of music again. That's what I want to say. So thank you for that.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Stay well. Enjoy.
All right.
All right. Now we're going to hit our end live video buttons.
Yeah. Goodbye, Facebook. Love ya.
See ya.
Cool. Yeah, that's ended there
That was really fun.
on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.